Good morning, everyone, because it is 1 minute before 12. We are doing slightly bit early today. I am here with my lovely guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, I stream as QueenofDiamonds on Twitch. You can call me Doc.
Well, Doc, I am very glad to have you here today. As you can see, help yourself to a banana, some coffee. I got the screen going so we can catch both of our avatars. I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but it is playing on my stream. So, you are a poker streamer, and you do family-friendly streams. My stream's rated mature, but that's because I have a foul mouth. I will keep it as family-friendly as I can for today. What is that like? Like, what is it like to do a family-friendly stream?
Well, it's funny too because it's a little controversial. Some people think that all poker should automatically be set as mature, but since I play poker with my kids at home, and I think it's a cool game for learning math and probability. I wanted to have a family-friendly stream, and also I do have kids, and they run around in the background all the time, so I have to keep it family-friendly around my house. And I listen to a lot of poker content and watch a lot of poker content too, and much of it is full of profanity, of course. So there's only like 2 podcasts I can listen to in front of my kids that don't drop a ton of F-bombs. So yeah, so I just keep it family friendly, and I guess after a few years of being a mom, you get used to not swearing all the time.
Yeah, I get that. I really do. It's a bit difficult, especially like working in customer service where people just want to push your buttons. And I have seen people just absolutely lose it in poker matches, and I'm just like, oh, Oh my goodness. Oh my
Yeah. Well, I
goodness.
think I had some training as a school teacher first. So if you're a teacher and you can resist swearing at your students, then you can resist swearing at anyone.
So, why poker? Like, do you stream anything else, or is it just directly poker?
Just poker. I mean, I also kind of stream a chat game called Stream Raiders. I don't know if you've seen that around, but it's kind of like a side game that's
Hmm.
happening during my stream. It's not the main one. It's like a game that you play every 30 minutes, basically, in downtime on the stream. But I mostly stream poker because it's my favorite game on the planet. I think it's a really awesome game. It helped me kind of understand life's ups and downs a little more because you have luck ups and downs in poker, but you have some skill element that you can apply, and that's kind of like life. You have a whole lot of fate that happens, and then you have to make decisions based on the information you have, and then be at peace with them. So I love it. It kind of dovetails with Stoic philosophy. It really makes me feel relaxed and happy.
So, what got you to start streaming poker? Like, you just wanted to make more friendly content out there, or did you just want to show people, like, hey, poker isn't all about raging?
First got started, it was when I barely knew how to play poker. So it's kind of funny because like now I can look back at my first videos and see how far I've come skill wise, which is really handy. But when I got started, I barely knew what Twitch was, but the poker site that I enjoy was having this thing where they would give rewards basically for if you streamed their game. So I was like, okay, I'll do that. And my boyfriend at the time was like, I know all about Twitch and I can help you start streaming. So I was like, sure. I had no idea. I had never even like watched a stream on Twitch before at that point. And so I just got started, and I had a whole lot of fun streaming. And now I'm kind of shifting my stream where I want to help the beginners that I was like back then, right? So now my
Hmm.
stream is kind of more focused on new poker players, and like, here's the rules and here's how you play and here's some very, 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 very basic beginner strategy. And I make it easy for people. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to make this stream that's kind of focused towards beginners and, keep it family friendly because some of those beginners might be underage.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Like I remember when I was in high school, there were kids that played poker every single lunch day and lunch time at the cafeteria, and I'd never joined in because I was like, oh, that looks complicated. And now I'm like, oh man, I could have discovered this game so long ago.
So, what do your kids think of it? Like, your kids appear in your like intro video and on some of your streams. Like, what do they think?
They love streams and streaming. They wish they could have their own Twitch accounts, but I told them, you're not old enough to have your own Twitch accounts yet. But what I did is I participated in Extra Life this year,
Hmm.
actually for a couple of years now. And I this year I had a Twitch takeover for them where I basically called them on Skype from my computer and shared their screen on my screen.
Hmm.
So it was still like me streaming and commenting kind of on their play and talking to them on Skype, but they got to have their game on stream and they felt like they were streaming on Twitch, so it
Hmm.
was their Twitch takeover and they loved it. They were so happy with that. My son had me export his to YouTube because he was like, be on YouTube. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Um, a lot of parents, at least some of the ones that I do, have it to where have it set as like a channel points redemption or something, where they let their kid take over.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's neat. Yeah, I'll set something like that up. That's a great idea. I'm always looking for cool ideas for channel points.
Like they'll leave their chair, go get their kid, and give their kid the headset and the controller, and say, "Here you go. You got like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. If you have any trouble, let me know."
That's hilarious. I certainly wouldn't let them play my game, but they could play their game. Be like, hey, now we're playing Minecraft.
So What essentially got you into gaming?
Uh, well, I think that I've mostly been like recently anyway a mobile gamer. So, since becoming a mom, I haven't had a whole lot of time to sit down and game. And then the year I started getting really into poker, I remember for my New Year's resolution, I was feeling like really stressed because I had no downtime during the day. I never just like sat down and did something that I wanted to do. I was very, very busy all the time, volunteering and helping my kids and all that stuff. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to make a resolution to relax. And so I asked my boyfriend, like, so how often do people actually relax and in a week? And he's like, dude, people relax for hours every day. And I was like, what? Hours every day? I can't relax for hours every day. So then I was like, okay, well, I like the value of play. I want more play in my life. I'm going to game for relaxation. And so I got started and I managed to meet my New Year's resolution. Now I relax a whole lot more, and I definitely have gaming to thank for that.
Oh, absolutely. Like people are, especially now during COVID, gaming and streaming has become a huge thing.
Yeah, streaming is now like my lifeline now. I feel like I'm an extrovert, so the pandemic's been really hard. And so I think gaming and streaming while gaming has been my social outlet, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Because you can meet all kinds of cool people, and you have situations like my streamer spotlight. You get to come on
Yeah.
and talk about yourself and meet new people.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, I love that. Must be a nice outlet for you too.
Um, this is only my fourth episode of it, so like this is still relatively new to me.
Hmm.
I didn't do any in December at
Hmm.
all
Well,
because
yeah. I mean, people are busy.
people are busy. I was busy. And then December is just like a weird month for people's emotions and stuff. So it's like, it wouldn't have been a good time. Um,
Oh, you're right. Yeah, that was crazy. Especially, are you based in the United States?
yes, I am. I am.
Oh gosh, yeah, I'm Canadian, yeah. So we've been watching your news, and it was a rough one for sure.
Oh, yeah. Like, it's been crazy. It's been crazy. Um, but no, like, what was the first game that you've ever played?
Oh, good question. I think it was definitely I'm of the age where it was the first couple Nintendo games, Duck Hunt and Mario, Super Mario Brothers. Those were going to be probably my first ones. I remember getting the Nintendo and just like my dad and I playing just constantly. My dad played Dr. Mario so much that he burned the like jar into the screen of the TV.
Oh
You
my
know?
god.
Yeah, it's crazy. Good times, good times.
Now, off stream, do you play any other games?
Off stream, I like to play. Lately, I've been playing Path of Exile. I don't know if you played that.
I know of it.
Yeah, so yeah, it's like a multiplayer,
Hmm.
Mamaporg game, and we play it. My whole family likes to play it together. So the kids are like running their characters into walls and stuff, and we're like leading them all around, and it's really fun.
A game I played a game similar to that. It's Diablo from
Yes, yeah, I remember
so
Diablo. Diablo was awesome. I
they're
hear they're coming
making
out with Diablo 4, right?
yeah, and it's gonna have Lilith in it.
Oh, cool.
Like that's the big bad this time is going to be Lilith,
That's so awesome.
and they're
I'm
bringing back
excited.
some old classes for it, like the druid, and such.
Ah, yes, that's cool.
Um,
Yeah, I think Path of Exile is a really reminiscent to me of Diablo 2, so I enjoy it. It seems like it's kind of based on that. It's like a free version.
Me and my sister play Diablo 3 a lot.
Hmm.
Well, have played it a lot. She plays it more than I do. She'll just go do a season journey and just knock out the season journey in like a week or so.
Yeah.
So you like Path of Exile and you like MMORPGs.
Hmm.
What other games have you played? Like, just in
I
general?
think recently I'm kind of like a mobile game person too.
Mm,
So Pokemon Go, I was one of those and still kind of am. Like I'm one of the last holdouts on Pokemon Go, and I got my mom into it and she's super into it. So she's like, catch me more Bulbasaurs. I'm like, okay, mommy. And so yeah, so it's really fun.
well, the cool thing about like Pokemon Go and such is now they're connected to the actual Pokemon games. So
Yes.
you can transfer your Pokemon Go Pokemon that you've caught to home to then transfer it to like main titles like Sword and Shield. And even before that, you could have you had the opportunity to change it or to transfer them to Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I don't have a Switch yet. That's on our list, but pandemics are bad on the old pocketbook, so this wasn't our year for buying a Switch.
Pandemics are bad on not just the old pocketbook. They're bad on
Yeah.
like the gaming systems because people just hoard those.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
So how did you come up with your Twitter name or Twitch name, Queen of Diamonds?
Oh, that's a weird story actually, because when I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this Twitch streaming, uh, I was sad that all my normal usernames had been taken, and then the night before, I had this dream, and in this dream, I was looking and I had this like weird, you know how Snapchat has filters for your face and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
I had this weird filter on in real life where I was the Queen of Diamonds card, and like I could look in the mirror and kind of break the filter by putting my hands over my face, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was really bizarre. And so, just based on that bizarre dream, I tried Queen of Diamonds, and it was available. So, Queen of Diamonds on Twitch.
That's actually really cool.
It was really interesting, and it's funny because yeah, I see people with really awkward Twitch names that are long or have lots of numbers or replace letters with numbers, and I'm lucky that I have one that's pretty easy to type out when I tell people.
So,
If they can spell diamond.
right. My name's similar, but apparently there is a Kindred Luna that exists somewhere out there that doesn't exist due to Twitch.
uh,
So that's why I have numbers in mine. But my my username is also my gamer tag for Xbox.
oh, okay, that
My
makes sense.
my Xbox name has no numbers in it. I was very lucky have
Wow.
to have that. Like I used to have this ridiculously long username. LunaFox 5862369.
It's so funny. It's so funny that usernames are short usernames are a flex now. It kind of reminds me of back in the Messenger days, the Messenger wars, when like
Oh my god.
ICQ was a thing, and having like a low ICQ number was like a big flex.
Oh my god.
So I had a low number. I was like, oh yeah, 388-1718. I'm cool.
what what excuse me, sorry. Brain's not wanting to work. Tired adult brain. Didn't want to wake up this morning. Um
Same.
what changed and what improved between your first stream and your latest stream?
God. Thing. I'm getting a lot better. I'm not going to say I'm good yet. I think I've got a lot to improve. And lately, I've been working to improve content creation. But I think my first stream, of course, there's that awkwardness where you're trying to force yourself to talk to nothing, which I should have been instantly good at because I just talk constantly anyway. And I'm great at talking at inanimate objects. But I've definitely improved on that. The quality of my stream has improved because now I can actually make layouts and things like that and overlays. And recently I've started kind of actually planning what content I produce, which definitely helps. So I've gotten a lot of new followers just over the last couple of months just by, trying to think about what kind of content people want, the audience that I'm trying to attract, because I'm not the world's best poker player, right? So I can't get a huge audience by being mega good at the game. So I have to try and think of another angle. So that's why I've decided to stream more towards beginner players, because I'm good enough to help beginners.
Yeah, definitely. Like, if your goal is to try to help people, you don't need to be super good at the game, but you need to at least know what you're doing.
Oh, and I've definitely gotten way better at the game too since I started. So that's good. So I'm a decent player for sure, especially in one specific poker variant that I like. But sometimes I like to play other poker variants on stream, and I'm not great at those. So I still like to stream and help people out, and I can definitely help people who don't know the difference between a straight and a flush.
Uh-huh. Let's see what else we got here. Do you find it hard to like stream sometimes? If so, what helps you be motivated to do so? Like nowadays, because everybody's about that motivation.
Yes.
There's a sore lack of it right now due to everything that's been going on in the world. What motivates you to stream if you have no motivation to stream?
I think that the hardest piece for me, they tell you when you start streaming, set a really reliable schedule, so that people know when you're going to be online and they'll look for you. And that was really the most difficult piece for me. I definitely didn't start having a regular schedule until recently. Because I am a mom, and when there's not a pandemic on, I'm extremely, extremely, extremely busy. And so I just couldn't. And now that the pandemic's on, that's when I started having a schedule, because I know I'm going to be at home at specific times. And so I think that helps for some of those times when I'm just not feeling it, is I have it on my schedule. So I just follow that, and kind of finding the right place in my schedule really helped for sure. Like now, I used to stream in afternoons, and I definitely felt I don't want to stream. I want to go to the park with my kids instead. But now I stream in the mornings, so it's kind of like I wake up and I stream, and it helps me wake up for the rest of the day, because I get to chat with people and come to life slowly. And so it really fits well with my schedule, because then I have the whole afternoon to hang with my kids.
Oh yeah, that's fantastic.
Oh,
Um,
my kid just came over and told me it's snowing. Yay, it's snowing.
what's your setup like for your streaming? For like your computer, your monitor? Like how comfortable is it? Sorry. My my brain, I have questions and it's just like
No, I love that question because my answer is going to be hilarious. I stream in a closet. I it's supposed to be for a washer dryer, but I use the coin laundry in my building, so the closet is my streaming command center. And it's funny because it's also a standing desk
oh my
that I made.
god.
I made it by, just putting a shelf on the wall, and then I have like a little stair stepper that I walk on. I'm actually on a step stool right now because my stair stepper is loud, so it would be like obnoxious while you're recording. But yeah, so it's a funny setup, and I stream on a potato. I use a laptop, and it's built-in webcam. I just got like this month a headset finally, but it's not a good one. I ordered it off of Wish for $8. And I don't have a second monitor, but just this week, my fiance now, he gave me this like extra, it's like a whole separate computer It's like an all-in-one thing. So it's basically my second monitor. There's like some weird software that allows me to move my mouse onto the other computer as if it's a second monitor, which actually helps because I'm streaming on a laptop, right? So I can't stream music at the same time as I'm streaming, or else my laptop gets really mad. So now I can have music on the other computer. So I'm going to have to mess with that because I still haven't figured out all the audio settings. But yep, it's a weird setup. That's for sure.
I mean, hey, at least you got one thing going for you that I don't have. I don't have a second monitor, so.
Yeah, well, this is new as of this week. I only streamed twice with this new computer thing, and I still haven't gotten the hang of it for sure. When there's not a pandemic on, though, I really like that I stream on a laptop because I can take it places, you know? Like sometimes I'll take it down to the local hamburger shop and just order like infinite refills on soda and like a burger and like eat the burger and drink infinite soda while streaming on their Wi-Fi. And they're so cool with it. They're
Hey,
like, I'm friends with the owner. His name is Tom.
it's free publicity for them. I mean,
Exactly. There you go.
so I know John Reeves is being stupid and being funny. He's like, wait, you stream on potato? Is there anything potatoes can't do?
Exactly. It's amazing.
um, has there been anything that's like turned you off from a game, like made you stop playing it?
A lot. I'm so ADHD, so I rage quit a lot of games early if they're just not going fast enough. I'm not the kind of gamer who likes stories, right? So if
Mm-hmm.
there's like 100 cutscenes where I'm supposed to get involved in the story, I'm just like, come on, come on, come on! I want to kill things. Come on, come on, come on! You know, I just can't. So, so yeah, I'll definitely rage quit games over that.
Real quickly, where can these lovely people that are in my chat find you at?
Thank you so much. I am at twitch.tv/QueenofDiamonds. You can find me there. It's my main social media these days.
I got you. Now you also have Greasy Gamer.
Yes,
Do you use that at all for like just in general?
actually, it's and I use another site too called Binks. Those two kind of social gamer sites are ones that I use. And the Greasy Gamer folks actually are one of my sponsors. And so they definitely help promote me when I go live and stuff like that. And there's a lot of just nice people associated with it. You know, it's fun when there's like a site that's run by kind of like a small business, you know, like I
Mm.
became friends with the person who created the site, and he's really nice, and he really is very ambitious with his site. So I'm like, okay, cool. And so I've gotten to know some people associated with it, and I do enjoy it. And he's always trying to build good tools. So his Go Live forum is pretty useful because that'll tweet you out and retweet you and stuff like that. So I
Hmm.
think it's definitely worth signing up for that site.
Which one? The Greasy Gamer site or the other site you were
Yeah.
talking about?
I'll talk about Binks next. Yeah, both of them actually. I have ref links for them in my chat because they're both great. Binks is cool because they have this chat bot with chat games, and they'll do these things called Binks raids, where they'll randomly select a user and drop the chat bot in their chat, and then a ton of Binks users show up and play chat games in your chat and meet you and watch you and stuff. And it's really
Mm.
cool. It's called a Binks feature. And of course, you can pay for it or you can just wait for it to randomly happen to you. But it randomly happens with fair good frequency. So I really love that site. And the people there are also super cool and friendly. So, and they have a Discord and all that as well. So it's less like Greasy Game where all the socializing kind of happens on the site. And instead, Binks is like, you know, just people with their own social media and their own streams and things coming together in weird chat game stuff.
I got you. No, John, why you have to go and expose me like that?
Let's see.
No, he has a question for me. I you know you have great questions. Do you write them down before the show or come up with them off the fly? So today it's a little half and half. I didn't have as much time as I would have liked to prepare for today's interview, only because my work schedule's been crazy and I have started school. So I've been trying to balance the work life combo a little bit. It's also why I haven't been streaming as much, due to the fact of, hey, I work from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. My day starts at 8:30 in the morning. I'm exhausted when I get home. um,
Yeah, you did ask me right beforehand if I had any good questions, and you might want to start asking people that like a few days before the show, because I go on a lot of podcasts because in my real job, I'm an author and my publisher has a
mm.
publicist that makes me go on a lot of podcasts. And I'd say like a third of them ask me to send them like 3 to 10 questions beforehand.
Well, like I said, I just scheduling has been the biggest beast for me, and normally I do have like a set bunch of questions that I normally ask, and then I throw in a couple that I come up with from watching VODs and seeing how you react on stream, so on and so forth. So it's one of those things like I like to throw the random curveball at people.
Right, yeah. You're like a serious journalist here.
I should have went to school for journalism, and all truth be told, but here I am going after an IT degree.
That's
um,
awesome.
Cheeky Kitty has a question for you.
Hmm.
Kitty asks, "Do you find poker isn't very women friendly? Do you feel like it's changing?"
Oh, that's a great question. It's not very woman friendly. In fact, they say that there's only 3% of poker players are women. And I actually have a little job, side gig, with an organization called Poker Pow Her. Get it? Power, Pow Her. Anyway, Poker Pow Her. If you go to pokerpowher.com, they give free lessons in poker to women because they believe that a lot of the skills that you learn in poker, such as logical decision making and the math skills and the psychology skills that go along with poker. Women aren't getting those because they're not in the game, so they want to get people in the game. So they teach poker lessons, and I'm one of their teachers. So I highly encourage if there's anybody who identifies as female that they head over to pokerpowher.com and sign up now because they're going to start charging in February. So get in before they start making you pay money.
I did post a link to it in my chat. I took a guess
Awesome.
on trying to spell it. I
Yes,
think I found the
you
right one.
have the idea. Poker Pow Her. Yes. And yeah, it's a great organization, and they really believe that they want more women in the game, and I do too. They want to teach 1 million women how to play poker, and I'm down for that goal. I definitely think the shift is happening, and that's one of my motivations for my stream.
That is fantastic. Like that is so cool. Being a trans gamer in a world where trans people aren't exactly liked, and
Oh yeah,
having a website like Poker Power is freaking amazing.
yes, definitely,
Um,
and they're very inclusive.
so do you have your own Discord community, or do
No,
you?
like I said, mostly Twitch is mostly my social media these days. So yeah, I hang out in a lot of Discords though. I'm kind of a Discord hoarder.
um, Me and a couple friend of mine, and some people that have started our own little Discord group. It's called the Oasis. It is for wholesome people that we want to watch grow and we want to help grow. Um, Now there are many, 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 many teams out there like this, but I would like to offer you an invite to our Discord if you would like to have one.
Totally
Um,
down. Like I said, I hoard those.
I will send you an invite to it after the stream.
Some things.
Bye, NL Tony D. Bye, Tony.
He's a friend from Greasy Gamer. Yeah. He's also a poker streamer.
I kind of figured because like his profile picture is like a spade.
Yep.
Thank you for the subscription thank you for the subscription, John Reeves. Thank you for the biddies, Kitty. Sorry, chat is blowing up. I've been slacking a little bit.
So,
So, what advice do you have for any new streamers, poker or just in general?
I think in general, I would encourage people to, if they're new streamers, just work on finding your voice and your niche by experience through streaming because, I think a huge barrier, a learning cliff, is the awkwardness of talking on stream. And you're only going to get over that through practice and consistency, I think. So that would be my main advice. But don't overstream, you don't have to stream like a marathon stream every day. Because that'll actually make your viewer count go down.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I noticed that a lot.
Yeah, I think new streamers tend to overstream because I know I did because I was like, well, the longer I'm online, the more followers I'll get, right? And I think
Exactly.
that can be a huge motivation killer. So avoid overstreaming. 3 days a week for an hour or two is more than enough.
What is the toughest thing about when planning a schedule?
Oh man, well my schedule is super busy, like especially pre-pandemic, right? Because I'm a mom, I've got to get my kids to school, I've got to get them when they get home from school, march them through their chores and all that stuff. And then now they're at school at home, right? So that's even trickier because I got to be here to help them out and stuff. So yeah, I would encourage people to experiment with different times of day because I was really surprised when I transitioned to a morning stream. For a while, I was streaming twice a day when I was making the transition. I had my morning stream and my afternoon stream, which used to be my regular one. And my morning stream had more people, and I was really shocked. I was like, why is my morning stream so lit? And users actually started dropping out of my afternoon stream, so I eventually phased that one out. So it was definitely weird. I would not have expected that. So definitely experiment with different times of day, even if it seems like, oh, nobody will be up at that time or we're watching.
Yeah. Experimentation is always key.
Yeah.
I love how that piece of advice goes from streaming to even just discovering things about yourself.
Yes.
Um, Lord have mercy. I really did come unprepared to this. This is bad on my case. Does chat have any more questions? Like, let's get the chat involved to see what we got because there is a good amount of people in here. I would like to hear from them, see what they have to ask. Meanwhile, you can tell us more about yourself.
Some random things. My publicist would want me to promote my book, so I'll do that.
Go
My
ahead.
latest, yeah, I work for a publisher called Llewellyn Worldwide. They're the world's largest and oldest publisher of body, mind, spirit type books, right? So
Mm-hmm.
self-help. And I've written a bunch of books, not just for them. I've written 26 published books now, and My latest one is the one that I actually want to promote. I'm bad at self-promotion, so it's called Getting Through It, Reclaim and Rebuild Your Life After Adversity, Change, and Trauma. And I wrote it way before way before this pandemic. So so it's really timely that everybody's going through a really traumatic time, and I hope that this book can help them, because I went through a rough few years of my life, and then my editor was like, you should write a book about that. You got through that really well. And so I wrote it, and I poured my heart and soul into it, and I'm hoping it can help a lot of people. So check out Getting Through It, Reclaim and Rebuild Your Life Through Adversity, Change, and Trauma.
Kitty has fired off 2 rapid fire questions. What is your favorite thing about poker, and what's been your best poker win?
I think my favorite thing about poker is that, like I said, it kind of dovetails with a Stoic philosophy. I got to kind of backtrack. So my story is that my bad years of my life were that I was in a really bad car wreck, and then I got cancer, and I had to go through surgery, chemo, and radiation treatments. And then my husband of 14 years left, or of 11 years rather. Yeah, not 14. It just seemed like 14 because the divorce was long. He left. And so that was a big traumatic divorce. And so that's about when I was writing the book, and that's about when I discovered poker, and it helped me realize that, you know, there's always another hand around the corner, and you can't really start stressing and worrying about long odds, you know, like I don't lay awake worrying that cancer is going to come back anymore, right? Because my odds are only 10% of that now that I've been a survivor for 5 years. And those are good odds, you know. I've gotten my money in the middle with worse odds than that. So so I'm going to feel okay. I'm going to plan to win, right? And if things change, I can make decisions at that point. And that's what Stoic philosophy is. It's about how you react to things is more important to your self-satisfaction than your situation, what actually happens to you. So poker taught me that, and I'm really thankful for that. As for my biggest win, it's actually not a monetary win. I got to get into a really big tournament with my poker heroes, right? So I got to win a game against Nick Jones and Stephen Chidwick.
Oh
And
my
Stephen
god.
Chidwick is he's a World Series poker winner, you know, bracelet winner. He's a phenomenal player. I played 3 games against them, and I got first place in one and second place in the other 2. It turns out Stephen Chidwick's a little good at poker, so he got first place in the other 2. But I think that was my best win, because when I literally screamed while I was streaming when I won the first game. I was just so incredibly pumped. So it was a great experience.
Kitty says, congrats on beating cancer.
Thank you.
Can you send me a link to any or all of your works? If there's like multiple links, that's fine. Just shoot them over to my Discord. I will post them when I post, I guess, this video. Or post them in chat if you can send them to me like right now.
I can't seem to get my mouse out of this
Hit the start button.
Start button.
Or the Windows
Is that in the...
on your keyboard.
Oh, right.
On your keyboard.
I am like really dumb. I didn't know that my keyboard had a start button.
It's the little Windows one.
Oh, the Windows one. Okay, got you. Oh, there we go. I was like, start button. Oh, right. Start menu. I get it. Okay, connections. It's the morning. All right. I'll go find a link. And I don't sell my books, by the way, so you can find them wherever books are sold if you're looking for my book. I highly recommend that you find your independent bookstore closest to you because they're hurting during this pandemic. But I'm just gonna like search on Amazon for the link right now because I'm lazy.
That is fine. We just need a link so we can find your book.
Sure.
Because you are my first author on this.
Oh, I'm gonna go to Amazon.com because you're probably mostly Americans. I was getting the Canadian link. Amazon.com. There we go.
She'll look at it on Kitty said she'll look at it on Amazon, but she won't buy it from there. She has a love-hate relationship with Amazon.
It's true. Well, I mean, I'm on Twitch, which is an Amazon company, but you know, independent bookstores are cool.
Independent bookstores are cool. Fine, Kitty, fine. Just hate. Got you. Alright. So copy and paste. Here you go, guys.
I'm also looking up, there's this cool website called indiebook.com where you can like look up a book and then it'll tell you what local bookstores have it.
Ooh, that'd be great too.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'm gonna pop. It seems like it's not loading very fast. I'm wondering if it still exists. Okay, here it is. Yeah, after you see my book on Amazon, if you hate Amazon, here's a website where you can like put in your local locality and then like go look. Oh, never mind. It looks like this is no longer the same website. Oops, sorry, don't use that link.
I'm glad you said something. I didn't. I was about to post
that. Thank you. Yeah, it's like I think the domain's been sold. Ah, wow. Oh well. It was such a cool idea.
I mean, there are tons of like bookstores around here. I'm pretty sure we can find one.
Yeah, and they're always happy to special order a book if they don't have it.
Oh yeah. So, what is it like to be an author?
It's easy. I would tell everybody if you even slightly think that you might want to write a book someday, just do it. Like, it's actually literally not hard to be an author and get published. There are some certain genres where it's really hard to get published, yes. But if you want to write like a nonfiction book particularly, it is easy to write them and get published. So don't buy into the hype. People are like, oh, you know, it seems like authorship is really hard and it takes years and years to write books and all this stuff, and that's just not the case. You can pump one of those out in like 3 months, even if you're not working weekends, you know.
Yeah.
Just writing like a few thousand words a day. If you're able to write like a high school essay, you're able to write a book because you just pay attention to word count. Like, I don't know if anybody's participated in NaNoWriMo, National Novel Writing Month. Happens every November. And the idea of this event is that everybody tries to write 50,000 words in 1 month. And that is kind of a grind, 50,000 words in 1 month. But that's how I wrote my first book, was in NaNoWriMo. And yeah, I highly recommend you practice that because going for word count is kind of like a process-oriented means of writing, and that's what I highly recommend. Just get the words on the page. Don't worry if it's crap. Like, that's for editing. I often joke that I'm not good enough writer to be self-published because I need like a team of editors to make the book into something people want to read. And it's totally true. So, you know, don't self-publish unless you want to for other reasons. Like, go ahead and write a book and submit it to publishers.
I read as
Just
a
write
hobby.
50,000 words. Yeah. Writing is awesome.
It's also a good way to like get my feelings out, but most of my stuff I write is like nonfiction. Or not nonfiction, but fiction.
Yes. Oh, yeah. And that is, it's tough to get, like, for example, science fiction or young adult fiction. It's really tough to get that published, or children's books. I have a goal someday to get a children's book published. And that's a little trickier. You got to find a literary agent because a lot of publishers aren't accepting author submitted submissions, right? So that's a little trickier. You got to get a literary agent, and that's hard. But if you are interested in genre that doesn't have a whole lot of that kind of thing, then yeah, it's pretty easy to get published.
I got you. Any tips for, well, other than the watching your word count, any tips for like aspiring writers?
Yeah, just I can't stress enough. Just write the book, right? There's 3 steps to writing a book. 1 is start writing a book. 2 is write the book, and then 3 is finish writing the book. And these steps are so important. So many people get started, and then they get so hung up on the outcome of the book that they don't focus on just getting it out. And I think that's number 1. And then, yeah, my number 2 tip would be don't self-publish. Self-publishing is crazy. Unless you have really specific reasons. There are good reasons out there to self-publish, but if you don't have those reasons, please just go with a traditional publisher, because traditional publishers are awesome. I can't praise mine enough.
That's great. Is there any more questions from chat? Like, come on, guys. I would love for you to like be more active. Other than you, Kitty, I swear to God, if you hit me with another question. um You don't have to leave, Kitty. I still love you. You know that. um I'm drawing a blank, and I hate that I'm drawing a blank. Have you met any other family-friendly streamers?
Like I said, I struggle to find family-friendly poker content in particular because, yeah, people swear a lot. I do recommend, if anybody is looking for family-friendly poker content, there's a couple. So one is, he streams as a Smart Poker Study, I think. His name is Sky Matsuhashi, and he does a podcast as well, Smart Poker Study. And he doesn't swear, so that's really awesome. I would say to recommend him. Yeah, I've actually queued up on my auto host a bunch of poker streamers that are generally family friendly. One of them is another female poker streamer named The Violet Mystery. She doesn't even show her whole cards, her private cards on stream, because she likes to have real time interaction. Like, I have to set a delay, and that sometimes sucks. But she's really cool for just hanging out and chatting. It's kind of more of a chatting around the table feel in her stream. So she's really cool too. Another one, she's actually a local friend of mine and a poker streamer, Hustler Honey, like honey spelled Hunny, Hustler Honey. She's really cool. And she does a poker news stream every weekend. So she's awesome too. And she keeps it clean. So that's nice.
That's good. I mean, it makes it easy.
Yeah, for sure.
We are coming on to the hour mark. We have 5 more minutes left. I typically try to keep these between an hour and 2 hours, depending on how well the conversation is flowing.
Sure, and send me a link to the VOD afterwards, and I'll promote it on my socials.
Absolutely. Yeah, I will most certainly do that after I finish getting it uploaded and whatnot. Well, I guess I will wrap this up. Thank you for being here, Queen of Diamonds, or Doc.
Yep, thank you.
This has been Streamer Spotlight episode 4. and a more family-friendly version of it.
Thank you for good.
Huh?
You were really good. Thank you for that. You should give yourself a cookie.
I had a Reese's cup.
Excellent. Good.
Yeah, I can't even say I will try to make more friendly content, only because it's streaming is my stress relief.
Understood. Fully understood.
That, and I normally, when I do streamer spotlight, it's a different game from what I normally play.
Yeah.
Or normally do, because this is just basically a chat room.
Yeah.
Having said that, VRChat is free and fun to use. I wouldn't necessarily say it's the most family friendly thing there is, but you can find something in here that is family friendly. Again, thank you for being here. Where can they catch you at again?
TV/QueenofDiamonds. I'd love to see you there, especially if you want to learn some poker. I stream weekdays at 8 a.m. Pacific.
Stream weekdays at 8 a.m. Pacific. Oh my goodness.
That's 11 a.m. for you Eastern folks, so it's not so
Yeah.
bad. But like I said, I was surprised when my morning streams started getting way more lit than my afternoon streams.
I thought I was following you on.
Changed Twitch's yet because I don't even know what yours is, so I don't have you followed yet.
Mine is Kindred Luna at 5862.
Okay. I'll get you followed. You'll send me the link to the VOD anyway, right? So
Yeah. I'm
yeah.
trying to get yours on. I'm just trying to send your stuff out.
Sure.
I guess.
I'm gonna teach you how to play poker in under 60 seconds. Let's go!
I had you followed, but apparently it unfollowed you, and it's just like, what?
Thank you for the video, sir.
Alright. Let's get your link on here. Oh wow, you are auto-hosting someone.
Yep, I auto host
That's right.
family friendly ones. It's funny because I used to auto host things that weren't family friendly, but then I actually had so I was running a charity stream, and the charity was going to promote my stream, but they freaked out because when they went to my channel, I was hosting somebody who had the mature setting on, and they were like, "We went to your stream, but it said mature audiences, so I'm sorry, we can't promote it." And I was like, "Oh man!" So I had to switch up my auto hosting.
Alrighty. Well, thank you again. I will send you the link for the VOD here in shortly. Excuse me. This has been Streamer Spotlight. This has been your host, Kindred Luna, signing off for today. And my lovely guest star, Doc. Catch you on the flip side.
All right.